Jabbar, that's your bag. All those chocolates are going all.
There you go. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Thank you, please.
I'm so glad to be with them.
I swear one can share it.
What's this?
You can share, there's
I
loads.
swear there's a place. Now, that's
Open the door, let's go guys.
I remember this place.
Angel's scared. Oh my kitty, are you really scared? It's not scary, is it?
I remember this place. There's going to be a person on the wall. She does a chocolate. Honey? Equal to pumpkin. Dad, a chocolate egg. Dad, look, a chocolate egg equal to pumpkin. That is 2 eggs equal to pumpkin.
Y'all?
What's that, 20 cents gone? We go to the other aisle now. No.
You've been learning about history with chocolate. Are you scared?
I see a fat
Angel?
one.
Are you scared? You got your daddy with you, so don't be scared.
That would be a dumb idea. You're going to be the stupidest person. I feel like just diving in there and grabbing you, but there's cameras. Go to the next aisle, which is over here. And that's the chocolate. That's the chocolate factory. Use some balls for some money. Yeah, and let's pick up water. I want to dive in. Next though. Next time.
I returned to Spain in 1528. I loaded my galleons with cocoa beans and chocolate drink making equipment, as I was convinced that this drink would delight my contemporaries in Spain. However, the voyage was not without risk, as English and Dutch pirates were constantly attacking and capturing treasure ships. Senorita, just as I suspected, my fellow countrymen absolutely adore the taste of chocolate. Just look around, everyone is drinking it.
Is this the same recipe originally enjoyed by the Aztecs?
We have changed the recipe by replacing the chili pepper and by adding other spices. Cinnamon, nutmeg, and by adding sugar. Kept chocolate closely guarded secret for over 100 years. Chocolate and cocoa arrived in England under Cromwell, but didn't gain popularity until the restoration of King Charles II, when it became popular both at court and with the wealthy. Samuel Pepys, the famous diarist, wrote of it the day after the coronation of Charles II.
Wait in the morning. My head is sad, taking through last night's drink.
Drink chocolate. As cocoa became cheaper, more people could afford to drink it. And apothecaries such as Fry and grocers such as Cadbury began to experiment with chocolate manufacture. Let's take a moment now to see how my story began.
Let's go, girls. Shows about to start. Show's about to start.
Oh, this is the one with the gnomes, I swear.
Do you remember?
Yeah. But I feel like they changed it. I feel like they changed it. We're done.
You have to put that down, darling. I have to put it back.
My shop at number 93 Bull Street, where I set up my business in 1824 to trade tea and coffee. I also sold cocoa nibs I prepared myself, chocolate and coffee beans. These drinks were considered as wholesome alternatives to alcohol, which we as Quakers strongly disapproved. And so as my business began to prosper, I was able to attract fashionable customers to buy my goods and see the colorful displays in my shop window. In my spare time, I experimented with preparations of cocoa beans and chocolate, which I could sell in the shop. Soon I had to rent a warehouse in nearby Crooked Lane, where I could manufacture these products on a larger scale. At first, it was very difficult, because I had to pay high taxes on the cocoa beans. And then, on top of all that, I had to move out of Crooked Lane and into another factory, here in Bridge Street. That's when my brother Benjamin joined me, and together we formed Cadbury Brothers. With more space, we could now prepare a cocoa powder and an eating chocolate that could be packed and sold. Soon after, my eldest son, Richard, joined the company. Having Richard with us made all the difference. He saw to it that the quality of our cocoa improved, introduced new products, and
Hello there, and welcome to this hot and sunny cocoa farm. Cocoa beans are grown all around the world in tropical countries near the equator, where there is plenty of sunshine and moisture to help them grow. The best cocoa beans are grown here, in Ghana. Cocoa, or Theobroma cacao, is the most important ingredient in making Cadbury chocolate. It is the cocoa that gives chocolate its distinctive taste. Our story starts over there, where you can see a farmer and his team planting our young cocoa trees. Hello there! Did you know it's going to take another 5 years before those trees will grow to maturity and the ripe cocoa pods can be harvested? Look, there are some ripe cocoa pods. You can tell they're ripe by their golden yellow colour. Oh, come on, let's go and have a look. What on earth was that? Oh, here we are. A lovely, plump, ripe and golden cocoa pod. Once each pod has been plucked, it is cut open so that all of the beans and sticky pulp can be scooped out to be fermented in a heap and then dried in the hot sun until they've turned a rich brown colour. There are up to 40 beans in each pod. This is known as the fermentation process and is how the distinctive chocolate flavour starts to develop. Once the beans are dried, they are tested for their quality before being loaded onto a cargo ship to be transported to England. They are then taken to our factory in Chirk for processing. Now, first the beans must be sorted and physically cleaned to remove any stones, dust and string that have come across with the beans from Africa. This is done using a stream of air and by passing the beans over vibrating sieves. The raw cocoa beans are now pasteurized using very hot steam. This is done in small batches using special enclosed containers that rotate so that all the beans are evenly passed through the steam. Clean cocoa beans are now taken to be roasted in revolving, tubular, gas-fired ovens. As each oven rotates, the cocoa beans are slowly and gently roasted as they tumble through a flow of hot air. This whole process is very carefully controlled, as roasting gives the beans their characteristic flavour and aroma. The beans are then cooled and are ready to have their shells removed through a process called winnowing. This is done by passing the brittle beans over a series of vibrating trays and hitting them with breaker arms. The shell is then blown away and the remaining pieces of bean are called nibs. The nibs are now ground up in large mills. This process generates heat, which helps to transform the nibs into a thick chocolate-coloured liquid called cocoa liquor or mass. Cocoa liquor is the basis of all our chocolate and cocoa products. Some cocoa liquor is taken to our factory at Marlborough for further processing. The rest of the liquor is pressed to extract the cocoa butter. This is achieved using a special cylinder in which the cocoa liquor is compressed under very high pressures so that the cocoa butter is squeezed out and filtered until it's in its purest form. The refined cocoa butter is now taken to Bourneville, where we will catch up with it later. Meanwhile, the cocoa liquor that has been taken to Marlborough is pumped into storage tanks, ready to be turned into chocolate crumb. Over 150 tons of sugar and 500,000 litres of fresh full cream milk are delivered to Marlborough every day to be used in this process. But first, the milk must be pasteurised and then evaporated to remove most of the water before sugar can be added to produce a sweetened condensed milk. The liquid milk and sugar solution is now heated again before the cocoa liquor from Chirk is added and thoroughly mixed to create a thick paste. The paste is then squeezed between steam-heated rollers under a huge vacuum, causing the paste to turn into a powder. The resulting crumb is scraped from the rollers, dried in a flow of hot air, and blown into storage silos. The crumb is now taken to Bourneville in tankers, where it is ground and mixed into a paste with this, the cocoa butter, which came from Chirk earlier. The paste is then refined into a flake before being conched or mixed to form a liquid chocolate. This liquid chocolate is used to make all our famous milk chocolate products.
Okay, guys, so these doors here, I'm going to open in a moment and you'll be heading straight on to manufacturing, okay?
Ready, guys?
No, this one. I love these games, I remember them. All of them.
Special rosy crown. So the word Cadbury appears on the bottom of every single button. Next, the whole belt.
You got to follow the arrows, guys.
Okay. Green screen and Cadbury ride. Oh, remember the ride
Yep.
that we were all on and it takes a picture.
Which way is the sign saying to go, guys?
This way. Up this way. Oh, it smells so good in here. What's that? It's you. We still have one more show. We still have one more show, I think. No, that's one of them, I think. The 41.
Is that real chocolate?
Yeah, oh. There's tons of chocolate. I just jump in there. Yeah, I want to out swim in there.
Right, I think we'll have to go this side now.
And you can get on top.
They'll actually show you how the actual chocolate's made and wrapped.
ice cream factory.
We get some.
I want some ice cream.
Are you crazy? Do you remember the green screen? Come on.
I think you got more chocolates, guys. You could just put them in the bag, Jabal. He's collecting all his chocolates.
Here
you are. Enjoy those.
Thank you. Say thank you, guys.
Thank you. Oh, this is a bit. Yeah, I swear this is a bit. I saw this on a video. I think this is the bit where they show
That's
you
it,
how
yeah.
to make the chocolate and they give you a bit.
You're having a nice day. Would you like some warm chocolate to write your name on? You can't eat this chocolate, but a bit later you'll be getting a lovely pot of warm chocolate to eat. So what we'll do is we'll get you some chocolate out of here. That one's working. That one's working.
Do you want me to hold your bag, Jabal?
And that one is working. So you can do a picture, you can write your name. That's it. Oh, well done. Is yours coming? Is it okay? You squeeze it with both hands. That's it. Fantastic.
That's cool, Jabal. That is making love hearts.
Angel, is that your name? Yeah. That's beautiful.
Ooh, and a love heart.
That is very good, because they're very difficult to do.
That one's not good.
Well
Quite
done.
good, that.
Yo, do it on here. Try on here, 'cause it's a little bit lower.
Did you write your name, Jabal?
Well done. Like a chain effect. Amazing. You're so clever.
Angel, angel, angel. Jabal. Who's that, Jabal?
I'll see you tomorrow.
There you go now. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Enjoy the rest of your day, and you are amazing. Really clever.
I've done.
You've done fabulous.
Boom.
I love the smiley face.
Smile face.
Well done.
Wait. Something's happening bad in my one. Oh no. Oh no. My hands smell beautiful.
Does it smell off?
Dad, accidentally got some on this.
You'll have to wipe it off, sweetheart.
This one apparently. Excuse me, you have a tissue?
Yes, of course. There is hand washing just there, but I'll get you a tissue as well.
There. Let me just fill it in.
What do you say, Jabal?
Thank you. We need to fill it in.
Don't drop off the table, okay? Who's that?
That's you doing glass. You're having glasses.
Me?
Yeah.
Is
you're
it Daddy?
Yeah.
That looks like a girl.
Sorry. I I'm going to do a sun because it's sunny outside. This is the bit where I texted you that video.
It is.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Thanks. Don't worry about it.
Spread the chocolate on marble table, all around, and then get it all back together again. So spread, back in the middle again, and you keep mixing it, turning it over.
Andrew, come check this out.
There you go. So you keep turning it over like that, and gradually the chocolate cools down. And then you can pour it in the mould. Each one of them go. You know, you've got your tools there. So to give it a little spread, and then using the scrape, and you get it all back together again like that. Yeah, do you want to use? No, that's not what I use these two tools there.
Oh,
Do you want to put it back in there? Yeah, so give it a quick spread and then get it all back together again like that. There you go. There you go, so nice. Yeah, you take photos, film if you like. So you spread it like that. And then the palette knife stays still. He's the goalkeeper. The scraper does all the work. So get it all back together again like that. So spread, and then all back together again. There you go, look at that. So you spread it, and then holding the palette knife still, once you spread it, scraper does all the work like that. Gets it all back together again. Oh, whoops, the table. There you go. Oh. You right there, Grandad? Oh, no. Yeah. My party trick maybe, not in the factory. Then what you keep stirring it, then when it cools down to about 28 Celsius, your cocoa butter with the chocolate then the crystals streak together. And that's how you get that hard snap, so you can make a chocolate bar with it. Otherwise, it just won't set properly.
Oh, Angel,
let's
get You right there?
There you go, so get it all back together again with your scraper like that. There you go.
It's absolutely covered in chocolate.
Scraper does all the work like that.
Angel, do you want to let the man do it for you, darling? So you can wipe your hands?
There you go. You got a sink over there, folks.
Do you want tissue? Do you want to wash your hands? Wash your hands is better.
What?
They made bookie chocolate.
Sorry?
I made a mess of chocolate from and washing my hands. Do it.
Hello, what would you say?
I'm just running. I just got distracted by that, but I'm also learning this.
Sorry?
It's the best experience I've ever had in my life.
Why?
And it's just really cool. What is that? Play. Wait, move.
Angel!
Cursor over.
Today, have a good time.
Right, how's it with you going?
I'm going to get chocolate. Fountain of chocolate.
Oh, sorry.
That is cool. Ready?
Let's try some chocolate. You get a pot of melted chocolate. You can have a 2 toppings on here, or you can use 3 toppings on that side. If you want to have a look, and then let me know. Get some chocolate.
What are you guys going to get?
I think I'm going to get chocolate buttons.
There we go. What 2 toppings would you like?
I have chocolate buttons.
What? There you go.
Can I have chocolate buttons?
Yeah, and you can pick 2. Would you like anything else?
What's the magic word, Angel?
Anything else with yours?
That's are the jelly babies run? Are the jelly babies run?
I don't think so, sweetheart. Do you want to get...
What 2 would you like? Anything else? You pick 1 more from here.
They got
Popping candy.
Yep.
popping candy.
There you go.
Is that
What would you
nice?
like?
I'm alright, thank you.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm trying to lose weight.
Like a little bit of ice, and then some chocolate bar.
Oh, thank you.
Dad, how
Thank
you
you
smell?
guys.
Well, otherwise it'll go cold. Is that nice, guys? Well, you sent me the link as well, the chocolate making. Look. So, eggs.
What's the demonstration on how to handmade chocolate? I'm just going to show you how the women who work with Cadbury with handmade chocolate. So I'll spread it out. I'm just trying to cool the chocolate down from 60 degrees to room temperature. Spread the chocolate out and it's temperature. So this brings all the air bubbles into the chocolate, and it also crystallises the ingredients so the chocolate all blends together.
You make it look so easy.
No, it is after a few, you do it a few times, it's simple. That's what that one's for. So what this does is it makes chocolate thicker as well, and it also helps with being shinier. Okay, so the 2 ways to check that this chocolate's at the correct temperature. One way would be to taste it. All our chocolate's recycled and it's a few months old, so I can't taste it. The second way is just to touch it and it's nice and cold, so I'll put it now onto the bowl. So just scrape it up and I'll place it into the centre. And I'll just spread it out. And then just paste it over like that.
So your chocolate bars are made.
So I just scrape off the excess chocolate. So to avoid holes forming in the top of the chocolate bar, bang it on the table and that vibrate all the air bubbles and bring it back to the top.
come to the top, so if it's correct temper, it should fall out in a place above my head. But if you do want it to fall out, all they do is just turn it over and give it a tap in, and then just shake from the centre. So that's just making the chocolate nice and hollow.
No, thank you, sweetheart.
Okay, so it's going to look like that, and I'll leave that for about 5 minutes. And once it's done, just scrape around the edges. And what they would have done, they would have got a piping bag, filled it with strawberry cream, caramel cream, placed it in, sealed it over. So that's how you get all your different flavoured chocolate.
Oh, did you hear that, guys?
Put that in the fridge for 25 minutes. And once it's done, just like ice cubes, you give it a twist. That, and then just tap it on the table. So you go, that's as simple as it was to hand make chocolate 100 years ago at Cadbury.
Cool.
Alright, thanks for listening.
It's alright. That's the cocoa bean, look, guys. The cocoa pods, and that's how you get it. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. You got to jump on the eggs and catch the eggs, guys.
Fritters. 10 for only 170. 10 for 170. That's what they have. What? I want it. Just joking.
Dark chocolate, 85% dark chocolate.
That's, who eats that?
Me, my dad.
Daddy, we have to get this. Dad, we have to get this. 10 for 170. We have to get this. Dad, we have to get this.
Why do we have to get that?
Baby. I like it.
Okay.
Please, Daddy.
Okay.
Yay. Dad, I got 4 of these. Dad, I got 4 of these, so if we
Where did you get them from?
10.
Ah, okay.
Daddy, can I have this? I got a Freddo toy.
How many have you got there?
This one's Freddo. 10 Freddos just for 170.
And you know into a big bag.
They sold this in St. James.
Okay, so Hado, what do you think was better? This time when we went Cadbury's World or last time?
This time.
I think it was this time too. Angel?
We got pounds of chocolate. Of course, yes. Full of candy. Look, 10 chocolates. And look, 10. No, I don't have none. And I got that equals 10, 20, 30 pounds of chocolate. And I got 30 chocolates, and including that, which is amazing.
Look at this, a bag of chocolates.
And look, we got our own chocolate bar. And I got my own. And I got my own teddy. Freddo teddy.